Yo, what's up guys? You got pokeaim here, and today we're gonna welcome Spectrier to UBERS. This Pokemon has been banned from OU. I know it felt like that entire suspect test took so long, right? I don't know. I forgot that it was being suspect tested during the middle of it. We barely fought it during BO nights, but today we're gonna be using it in UBERS, and we're using Double Horse. You might be wondering, what is the benefit of using Spectrier over Calyrex Shadow Rider in UBERS? And that is absolutely nothing. However, you can sacrifice this piece, so this piece, we got some chests up here, so this piece can go forward. So we have sub nasty plot Hyper Beam Spectrier. Now if you use knockoff from a Veltal or Necrozma and have rocks up, this Hyper Beam does minimum 73% to Spadef and Veltal. So if we knock it out, that means that we can clean up with Calyrex Shadow Rider. So that's like the goal of today. Shout out to Nora for the team. If you guys want it, check out my website, pokeaimMD.com. Let's go ahead and look for some battles. And if you guys didn't know, well, I mean, shout out to SB Crash for the awesome art, but we got Just a Little Taste merch out here right now, and we have the Latios with the Just a Little Taste merch. I absolutely love it. We got a game, but I might as well show you guys. It's available till the 24th. A link is down below. Ships worldwide, and it ships within, I think, 48 to 72 hours. That doesn't mean you'll get it in 3 days, but it means it's shipped from wherever they're making it from. In that time. And I personally love the apron. I'll be showing it off soon once mine comes in. And yeah, so if you guys want to pick it up, feel free to. The link is down below. You guys already went crazy with buying the apron, but we have hoodies and shirts as well. So first game, very unfortunate to see Ditto right here. That is for sure. We also have Tangrowth, which I like a lot. But unfortunate to see Ditto. Looks like the Darmanitan is going to be a giant threat. Kind of wish we had Sucker Punch on a Veltal, but we can do that over U-turn potentially on this team. Calyrex looks really good too. A Veltal looks very strong versus me. I'm kind of feeling the Eternatus just because Toxic is very good on everything on their team. And if they go Darm, I can always go to Necrozma. So I think I'm going to try and go for an endgame Calyrex, even though they have Ditto and their own. Spectrier might actually be decent in this if I can get rid of Veltal, but that's its job. That's basically its role, and then it dies. And then I can KO it with like Scarf Calyrex if they copy it with Ditto. So we'll see what happens here. But Eternatus is good because it can click Toxic on something if they go Darm. Exactly. An Earthquake is not going to KO my Necrozma at all, as they go right for Crash. And we already know because of Darmanitan's ability, unless it's a Zen mode, it's locked into that. So I think knockoff initially is the best play because I want to get rid of the heavy duty boots on either this or Ho-Oh, and that will basically help me put it in range later of my Spectrier. So we'll go Eternatus. It's basically the makeshift counter to this, as well as this Pokemon, as knockoff does a good chunk, yo. And I think Puka knocked down the did you knock down the fence? Oh no. What are you? You know you're not supposed to be on that couch. You could be on the other couch, but not that couch. Anyway, knockoff doesn't do too much. I'll Toxic here. Lets me wear this thing down. I mean, if they're going to let me potentially just click Shadow Ball, I'll take it. As Darm comes back out, I could see them Earthquaking or U-turning again. Because Tangrowth doesn't have the biggest role in this game, I'm going to go Tangrowth as a U-turn. Might as well get a little bit of chip on them to be able to knock them out later. Kyogre is obviously a giant threat, whether it be Scarf or Specs. But like I said, Tangrowth doesn't have the biggest role in this game. It loses to basically every Pokemon on their team. So I'll gladly give it up in a sense to be able to bring out a Veltal anyway. But I'll give it up if I have to. So we bring out a Veltal in the Astral Barrage. I do have U-turn. That looks Specs. That has to be Specs on max special defense. So we're just going to go right for the recover. And the problem here is that if this thing keeps U-turning and they keep bringing out Darm and they keep doing things like that, it becomes a little bit difficult to maneuver around them because the Kyogre becomes a giant threat. So I think here, because I can always recover with this and they should go for U-turn of their own, I'm debating if I just want to go out into Tangrowth. Like I said, it doesn't really have much of a role in this game. Just to sack it potentially as they U-turn. Exactly. So I get even more chip off on them as Ho is going to come out. And I mean, another Pokemon that I'm pretty weak to, but I'll Sleep Powder here. If they're not banded, yep, I don't think they can knock me out. Let's see if we land. We do manage to land on the Ho, which is great. So what I can do now is bring out Spectrier. Go for sub as they're asleep. Let's see if they have sleep powder. I mean, sleep talk, excuse me. And then go for nasty plot. And let's see if a +2 Life Orb Shadow Ball is not, it is not enough at all. We do, however, benefit from max turns of sleep, which is awesome. So, hey, Spectrier already doing something. Getting rid of one of the Astral Barrage Pokemon that can knock me out. If Yveltal comes out, obviously to go for Sucker Punch, right? But it doesn't matter as long as I get rid of this Pokemon. It doesn't matter if they copy me back with Ditto. It really doesn't. As long as I get rid of the Yveltal. So now my Astral Barrages are free. This is, I am up a Pokemon and I get a kill by going out into my own. Because this mon is slower than Calyrex Shadow Rider. So I allow them to Shadow Ball me back. Best case for me is they stay in with Ditto here. Because they don't know if I'm Focus Sash or whatever the hell I am. But that's best case for me if they stay in. As they do, I get rid of their Scarfer, which is, in my opinion, the biggest problem. And, I mean, I can potentially win now. Because we know they're, this is more than likely Specs Kyogre. This is more than likely Specs Kyogre. They're going to go for Surf. There's no way they Water Spout or anything. Exactly. So I get a free recover here. Yeah. Beautiful. Doesn't matter what Darm goes for. So I basically, guys, you're probably like, man, you did nothing there. But what basically happened here was that I used Spectrier to, I mean, I got really lucky with sleep turns and hitting sleep powder. But I used Spectrier to get rid of Yveltal and to force them to Ditto so that way I could revenge kill it after. And as you can see, we're going to get up rocks here. This is just going to weaken the Kyogre. I am not worried at all about this Pokemon either because I have, you know, special defensive Yveltal. And that's just a free knockoff. It gets me a kill. It gets me a kill on anything. Like Darm would have came out and died. Kyogre, we already know his specs, like I said. They can Flare Blitz me here if they want to. I can simply go for Roost as they crash. And them crashing means I can safely bring out you. Pick up the KO and then just endgame with this Pokemon. Regardless of me knocking it. I actually should have Side Shock because Kyogre has worse physical defense and special defense, but it doesn't matter if they lock themselves into Surf. They can't beat me with Ice Beam. They can't beat my last two members with Ice Beam, and they can't beat Eternatus either. And this does so much damage. So I mean, that first game right there really showed off. Again, got lucky with sleep turns, maximum sleep turns, so they couldn't break my sub. But it really showed off just how crazy or how cool this combo can be when it works. I want to say good game, but I also feel bad because of sleep turns, so I didn't want to say it there. But I mean, I can't control that. But even that, I felt dirty, you know. I felt a little, that's just a little taste, baby, it's Spectrier. Good thing I got my apron, so I didn't get dirty on myself. But anyway, I'm very happy about that first game. I'm really, really happy because that's exactly how the team is supposed to go. Getting rid of Ho was huge because that obviously lets me Astral Barrage. I mean, look how little it took from +2 Life Orb Shadow Ball. It took nothing. It's like 62%. Like, what? That's +2 Life Orb. Small has like 800 special attack and a Life Orb. But yeah, so I really think that was cool. And then the purpose of Tangrowth on this team, again, if you guys want it, check out my website, pokeaimMD.com. Purpose of Tangrowth is like a Zygarde check. We have Sleep Powder, Grass Knot. Grass Knot does more to Zygarde. Giga Drain wouldn't even break anything. Like, it's supposed to be a check to this, to potentially Groudon as well, depending. This is obviously a threat to me. No. Ooh. Okay, so no Ditto on their team, which I'm very happy about. No Ditto. I don't know if Groudon runs Overheat. I feel like it doesn't because it's not Primal. So I feel relatively safe. I feel okay versus this team. Obviously, the biggest threat is their Eternatus. I actually really like Calyrex as a lead because Eternatus is such a problem. As they go Groudon. So, not the worst case. I'll make the Tangrowth play. I'm assuming they don't have a fire move as they go for Thunder Wave. So, that would mean a lot. If they had a fire move, it'd need... If they had a fire move, I don't think it'd be with Thunder Wave. I'm assuming Thunder Wave, Stealth Rock, Stone Edge, Earthquake. Like, something like that. So, I'm debating if I want to Sleep Powder here. But because I'm paralyzed, I'll probably miss. I'd rather just Grass Knot, especially if they Stealth Rock. Yeah, because I get some... Ooh! I was about to say I get some good damage off of them, but I get some good damage off of them. Hold up. I would just Leech Seed here as they go for Precious Blade, just throwing away their Groudon like it's a Focus Sash lead. I'm not sure why they're doing that. Whatever. I'll Sleep Powder here. It gives me free turns, so I made the play. And I'm liking Spectrier on the double as they go Xerneas. I want to hit this thing because that way Necrozma can do its thing because I'm trying to win this game with Calyrex late game. So Scarf shouldn't be able to knock me out. This should do a good chunk to them as they Geomancy up. And I only need Necrozma at full HP for this Pokemon. So I'll simply... Yeah, I only need Necrozma at full HP for this Pokemon. So I'll just sack this. Bring out Necrozma. I am a little bit worried about sub Zygarde though. I'll be honest. But... Bring on Necrozma, I live Thunderbolt, I live Thunder, I live Focus Blast, even if it's just barely. And because of that damage from Shadow Ball, I'm able to knock out the Xerneas, and Groudon is dead too. So Eternatus comes out to most likely go for Flamethrower. Now the problem is that this Mon is a problem. that is the problem, yes. And I don't deal with it very well. I don't know if Flamethrower knocks me out unless it's Life Orb. If it's Life Orb though, it's still an issue because Yveltal I don't want to take too much damage. But I do also want Rocks up so that way I can Sleep Powder again and also, more importantly, break Sashes and things like that. I don't switch in very well to this Pokemon though, so... I'll just Morning Sun just in case they can't actually kill me. Nice. And we'll do it once more. Even though, like, I'm fairly confident I'm going to get burned on the second one. I don't know what it is in UBERS, but Flamethrower, like, always burns, man. It always burns. So we'll just go for another one. Like I said, just trying to get as much health out of this as possible. I like Rocks up more because of the this thing is Metronome. Okay, Metronome doesn't matter though. Metronome doesn't matter like at all because they went for that. Like they played it that way, so it doesn't matter because they won't be able to. Like this thing is obviously Metronome, right? 48 to 64, unless it's some demon roll. But I'll live the Dynamax Cannon because I'm special defensive. I do enough to them so I can knock them out with Astral, whatever, and then we'll pray that Calyrex can endgame. That's basically how this has to go. So, we bring out Calyrex. This is going to be tough because Tangrowth deals with both of these, but because Tangrowth is paralyzed, it really hurts its ability to do that. So, Groudon goes down, which means I can get another Sleep Powder off on something, which is awesome. I'm assuming Marshadow is going to come out. I got to be very careful about this Mon as Zygarde comes out. I do have Tangrowth. I'm going to see if I can Leech Seed here, as they actually have Substitute. I didn't see an item, so I didn't assume they had Substitute. But this is 120 base power, so... Yeah, there we go. We'll sub again as they get to Father form. Hopefully it still breaks the sub, even in Father form. I know 1,000 Arrows is basically doing nothing. Oh, and that still does 27%. Awesome. If I Leech Seed here... It's okay if they sub because that just means I need one more. I need 2 to kill them anyway, so if they sub, it's okay. Yeah. Hey. Look at me pretending I'm not even paralyzed. What you doing, Tangrowth? Go. Rocks are up. So Eternatus is okay. They'll die here if they go for Extreme Speed, so I'll just go for Sleep Powder just in case they... I mean, I didn't get anything. Like, I didn't lose anything out of the turn, but just in case they switch. They should go Eternatus. It's going to come down to these guys, like, if I can break through. So they should go Eternatus because it lives Stealth Rock exactly. What is my strongest play here? Is it to ignore these guys and try and win with a Yveltal plus that? I feel like these two win easier than this guy wins. So I'm going to go out into Calyrex. Because if they Flamethrower, I'm good. Dynamax Cannon shouldn't kill me in one hit. And I do live Stealth Rock. Okay, that's best case scenario. That's basically what I was hoping for. As I'd be able to knock them out. Basically, I want to keep all 3 pieces alive, if possible. Marshadow comes out. We'll go Tangrowth on the attack. As they sneak, go ahead and take some chip. Let's see if we can Sleep Powder here, if possible. Oh, God, not this set. Awesome. Okay, so we'll go Calyrex. And let's see if they get the first turn. Wait, they do. So a little bit unfortunate here, but I'm going to attempt to break through them with Earthquake now. Hey, and if they touch me twice, they die. So that's great. So I think we have it. Oh, they're Drain Punch. Why would you not be Spectral? Okay, why would you not Spectral? Look at Tangrowth being just a demon, bro. And all I gotta do is go hard Yveltal on this thing. Tangrowth really was a demon. That's crazy. And we win. That's insane, bro. See, this was a good game. I got to show off Spectrier, weakening Xerneas, so I can beat it. And Tangrowth really just showed like, hey, it doesn't matter. I'll work in anything and I'll beat Ubers. I love the fact that Tangrowth didn't remember it was paralyzed. Holy RNG loser. Okay, this person has way more points than me. They're probably like, what, number 1 or 2 on the ladder, I'm assuming. Something up there. Yep, number 4. Yep, I had a feeling. Just based on, first off, their name, everything here. I like Spectrier a lot. I really do. I really do. I like Yveltal's ability to use U-turn here. I'm going to U-turn versus the Frostlass as a lead and try and do something with Calyrex right after because they have nothing for that. So I'm going to try that. I simply U-turn here. They spike, who cares? Yeah, all I got to do is break that. Huh. Maybe knocking earlier was better because thinking about it. I'll Shadow Ball. This should always go Yveltal, but I'm a Shadow Ball just in case. If they give me this, it's amazing for me. So, nice. So what I was thinking they do is they go Yveltal there to try and mess me up with knockoff and everything like that. But I think that's okay. My Yveltal is decent in this game just for resisting stuff, but are they offensive on their Yveltal? Would they Flare Blitz here or Icicle Crash? Would you Flare Blitz here or Icicle Crash? I think you'd Blitz. You might Crash, actually. Just trying to think how I beat Calyrex. I mean, I'll go Tangrowth. It can wall a turn, but it can't. Alright, this is like best case because they take damage. Every bit of chip is important on that thing. Now, this does allow an Eternatus, again, which is a giant problem. Very, very, very big problem to switch into. My Spectrier is still very strong, and I'll gladly take the chip on Darmanitan. You never know. That's like +1 Side Shock range or whatever. I want to try and defog, but I don't know if my opponent's going to give me the opportunity to. We'll see. This mon's a Trick Room mon, though, and Tangrowth is very slow. So they may not even run minus speed on Calyrex Ice. And I could potentially... Well, we actually speed tie. I could potentially threaten it. Alright, Yveltal just to basically hit the attack as they go for Flamethrower first. I'll Roost up once. Again, this still could be a Toxic variant, but I don't really care as they go for Meteor Beam, which is not something I expected there. That was not a set I expected. That's for sure. How can I win this? Yveltal is definitely coming out now. Okay, this is going to be tough. I'm going to just assume they go Yveltal there. Yeah, good game. So I think what the reason they did that is because they know they're positionally with their Trick Room. They could probably set it up regardless, like if they didn't have to double. I just had to hope that they go Yveltal there and that they thought I was Specs. But if I was Specs, then Scarf Darmanitan won too. So that was tough. That was really tough. We're fighting way higher people on the ladder now. Nice. Zacian, Tangrowth is a check to that. Same thing with this. Same thing with this. So that's really nice here. Spectrier is alright. Ho is annoying for me. Very, very, very frustrating. Love Eternatus in this game. Eternatus clicking Toxic and stuff like that. Very strong. So I don't want to take an attack from this, so I'd rather go Tangrowth and at least see. Oh my god, it does so much damage. What the hell? I obviously have physically defensive Necrozma as well to pivot into it, so I'm not worried, but holy crap, that did a lot. We'll knock first. This is good on Zygarde. This is good on Yveltal. It would open up Spectrier, and yeah, it's just a free Tangrowth and Leech Seed. I like Leech Seed more than Sleep Powdering. Provided it connects, we're in a good spot. Glare, Coil, and now I can Sleep Powder on, I guess potentially Yveltal come in. I thought maybe Ho would come out, but Eternatus is like my designated Yveltal switch. That's defensive. And as we saw before, all I gotta do is go Tangrowth every single time and get a little bit of chip as they unfortunately miss. Sucks for them. And then we can go for Sleep Powder here. Oh, please. I know I'm not gonna get through, like... Yo, that's amazing. Okay, that's amazing. So I'm going to go Necrozma here because it would get me potentially a knockoff if they hadn't gone Yveltal, as they do go Yveltal, which is a great play. But it gives me leftovers too, which means I can take multiple hits from this mon, and I still always go Eternatus. Foul play. Yeah, toxic. Oh, and that's such a great toxic on Ho-Oh too. Hell yeah. Okay. I'm not sure if this thing is supposed to be banded or not, or what exactly this Ho-Oh is. I'd assume you Brave Bird initially. It could be bad. You know what? I want to see how much Tangrowth takes, and plus, I can avoid status. Exactly. Awesome. Okay, so we'll Leech Seed here because this is not going to do that much. Ah, look at young Tangrowth doing his thing, baby. What a goat. What a goat. And I'm going to Leech Seed again because they should switch out. If I had knockoff, I would have went for it there as well, but they can't even touch me with this thing. I'm just going to Leech Seed again. You can't even touch me. And this is great too, because I can potentially Toxic this Pokemon. Now, from this position, I think that going my own Yveltal is a play, considering it's not as important, and I could potentially get a knockoff on Ho-Oh, which would be great, or a knockoff on Yveltal. I want to knock off on their Ho-Oh or Yveltal, so I would gladly take this. I would gladly take this damage, this position, as they get their Power Construct form, and then we'll U-turn here. Wasn't exactly sure what to expect on that turn, but I like the idea of bringing in you and going for knockoff here, getting rid of your item, and then getting up Stealth Rock after. Because if we both want Stealth Rock, then that means they're gonna defog anyway, right? And Zygarde doesn't matter; they're gonna defog anyway. I just need damage on this Pokemon, so Zygarde doesn't matter. Eternatus hasn't burnt any turns of sleep either, which is pretty cool. A Leech Seed. I wonder what this thing said is. Is it just Rest Talk? It has to be Rest, right? Like, that's the only reason why you would do this. But this does so much damage. Yeah, it is Rest. Okay, so I think provided I break through, it looks like I 3-hit KO them. Nice. Dynamax Cannon, Calyrex comes out. I need to weaken this. I don't need a Scarfer in this game, so I don't need Calyrex to be Scarf. So what I'm going to do here is, yeah, because Calyrex is naturally, this thing is actually faster. I'm going to trick Yveltal, because what I want to happen is, one, I want heavy duty boots, so I don't have to worry about that. And two, I want them to constantly take chip. I want them to constantly take chip, so Spectrier just wins. So like in this position, Spectrier looking amazing. So we're going to go Tangrowth, because if they U-turn to take even more chip. Okay, that's the damage I need. That's +2 Hyper Beam. Eternatus comes out. Knocking off their Black Sludge and getting in Calyrex seems like a good play, considering, like I said, I don't need this Pokemon. Oh, I don't want to knock here, actually, because I don't want them going out into... Yeah, exactly. And this Mon's always a good play, because I just always get to click, because they're Choice Scarf on a Yveltal, I always get to click Psyshock here. I don't have to predict. They'll wake up and click Toxic, or Mystical Fire, which doesn't matter either way, because I'll still Psyshock as they go Yveltal. And at this turn, we're going to make the Eternatus play, because it doesn't let them roost for free, and it doesn't let them go out to their own Eternatus. Exactly. Okay, so Mystical Fire is fine. They're probably going to go Ho-Oh. But that Mon is not too big of a deal, I would say. Especially because Tangrowth low-key walls, which is very funny. Even if they Thunder Wave after, it's not... Like, right here, I'd always Thunder Wave. But it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world at all. Especially because I have my own... Exactly. I don't want to knock off their Yveltal, and I don't care about their Zygarde. This is what I want. This is the switch I want. 233 times 1.5. I think I Nasty Play here because I should be faster. Cool. No! It killed and I won! Man, I just won. Oh my god. Oh my god. I seriously just won if that hit. Holy crap. I seriously just won if that hit. That is so sad. That's actually so sad. Alright, we'll just ask for Raj here, I guess. Whatever. Yeah, I just won if that hit. I seriously won if that hit. Damn it, man. Because it knocked them out, and then they basically couldn't switch into this. Thunder waves don't really matter as long as I can U-turn around. I have aromatherapy, so it's not the end of the world. Nice. Gone. Perfect. And because I took their heavy duty boots, I can always go this, which means, hey, Zacian, stay out. Stay the hell out. Whirlwind. Still gonna go Eternatus because I don't want to knock off the this mon exactly. Put Toxic here. Or not. Guess I'm gonna click Mystical Fire on Necrozma main. Whatever. And I think I always U-turn. Man, it sucks how this game went. Because I'd be able to show off at least you guys see what I'm talking about, right? Like, at least I can't knock off anytime because of the, I guess they're coming back now. I can't knock off because of the fact that the, if I knock off the Choice Scarf, I'm screwed. But, damn it, man, I'm so sad. Because that didn't allow setup for anything, right? If that, they could maybe recover with a Eternatus, but who the hell cares? Because then I'd be able to hit them with a +2 Shadow Ball and get a kill right after. So they'd be forced to revenge kill me, and then they have no Ghost Resist. I don't know if they're coming back though, but again, from this position, it's really looking strong for me. I don't usually type or complain, like at least not to them, but this just makes me sad. I knew that would happen too. At least, like I said, Spectrier hasn't been like a liability. Like, y'all get to see how it was set up and how it was working. So I'm okay with that. But, damn it, man, I'm just sad. I am sad. Like, also, like, not getting off the Toxic and stuff like on them. Nice little Leech Seed off here. Potentially Ho-Oh or whatever. Nope, I lied. And there's one less Sacred Fire they have. We'll just click my first recover of the day. I'll bring out Tangrowth again and get my regen going. Like, they have limited Morning Suns as well, so. Hey, they're not going to knock me out here, so I'm just going to go for another Leech Seed. I'd say Whirlwind me. Let's see what they phase me out into. Sick. Not who I want to be in with though, because obviously, you know, they still have threats on threats on threats. But I'm not, again, I'm never worried about this Pokemon because every time it comes in, it's just taking Stealth Rock for free. Phase me out, baby, into the Necrozma main. Not what I want to see. Actually, maybe I just Sunstone Strike here. I just don't want to knock off a Veltal. That's the problem. They have Earthquake as their last move. Just Grass Knot infinitely. Grass Knot again because it doesn't really matter if they phase me out in anything. Technically, if I knock out Ho-Oh here, I can win, but I'll roost because I don't think they'd ever stay in. I'm also just waiting for the opportunity to, I'm seriously waiting for the opportunity just to go for aromatherapy so all these paras are gone. Take some chip. And if they go Ho-Oh, who cares? They crit me there, which is annoying, but I'm finally going to be using my first Morning Sun. I realized that Leech Seed plus like leftovers is what brought this boy back up to full. It's pretty funny. Even if they double again, it doesn't matter. Zacian has 1 hit left. They can't Sacred Fire ever. Because if they do, they have 2. I guess I'll go for Sleep Powders, just raw, because again, they'll only have those. They'll only have 2. Even if they double here into Zacian, it doesn't matter. Because I always go to Necrozma. And if they close combat, I bring out my Ghost type, so it doesn't matter. As they crunch there and get a drop. But they die here and they don't kill me, so. Hey! Okay, so we get rid of Zacian via Tangrowth. Ho comes out. Always Eternatus because they only got 2 hits with that. I eat this for breakfast, don't I? I do. And at this point, my Tangrowth's only role is to take that. Sunsteel Strike is at 5. Earthquake doesn't do anything. It does 24. They got an Earthquake again. Yeah, so all I'm doing is slowly but surely getting this Mon back. They're going to Earthquake once more, I bet. But again, I don't think I need Necrozma in this game, so. Alright, it's time. It's time. I'm gonna Aromatherapy. I don't think they foul play. I have Eternatus. I have a Veltal. Exactly. Now I can just spam Psyshocks on Ho coming in. The homies have been healed. Even if they Thunder Wave here, who cares? I guess 1 Dynamax Cannon is fine, especially because I got a crit. And I avoided it too, which is very important. So Mystical Fire after. On Necrozma, which gives me a Veltal. Which means I can finally click Roost on this Pokemon too. Yeah, their own Veltal isn't a problem to me. All it's doing is getting me regen. That's basically all it's doing. It's getting me regen on my... I'm sorry this game is so long, guys. Like, it should have been Spectrier, but all it's doing is getting me regen on my Mon. I think that's it. Yep, I just go this. I click Toxic. If they Roost, they're Toxic. If they Defog, who cares? The reason I didn't kill them with my other Mon is because I was worried that they'd be able to live. And I just always go with Veltal here too because it gives me something out of the turn. I could easily click Knockoff now. I'm going to do it. I don't think it matters. I legitimately don't think it matters. Now that they're on a timer, I don't think it matters at all. Because I get knockoffs, and I have attack investment too. So I get knockoffs on everything. Yeah, it's just free knocks, and I waste their recovery. Like they basically right here, they cannot bring out a Veltal because it will die. And they die here too. So there's one. I win. It took forever, but I won. Good game. All right. Like that's why that turn in particular, because I got Toxic off, it was okay for me to click that. But yeah, so I mean, I hope you guys all enjoyed. It was definitely a long live. You got to see. I didn't get to click Hyper Beam. Like I did click it, but it missed, and you would have seen it work. But at least you got to see me adapt to the situation. If you guys didn't enjoy, this person also was like also top 10 on the ladder as well. They were 1689, which is they're 1690 something. So they were, well, right here now they're 667, but they were 1698. So they were right here, like top 15 on the ladder. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Of course, if you did, feel free to leave a like. I know I'm not Jam Mad. I don't be doing Uber lives like him, but I hope you guys enjoyed anyway. We got to show how good Tangrowth is in Ubers, which is so sick. I hope you guys all enjoyed though. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.